What the f is that? There's just two dogs over here. Who owns these dogs, bro? They might be wild dogs. I don't want to f with them. Yo, these dogs are just munching on this trash over here. And they're kind of weird. They're not like regular dogs. They're kind of looking at me funny. I don't trust these suckers. Alright, let's get going. Shit! F you, man! Goddamn crazy dog! Jesus! Crazy motherfucker! Jesus Christ, it scared the shit out of me. Wild fucking dogs, man. What is going on, everybody? Today's a good day. As you can tell, we are not in Texas right now, where I usually vlog all my vlogs because I live in Texas. Today's a special day because we are actually in Mount Carmel, Israel, as I've been told it's pronounced here. We're on this wonderful machine today. It's a Suzuki V-Strom 650. If you don't know anything about this motorcycle, it is classified as a sport touring bike, a little bit of an ADV bike. Wouldn't necessarily take it off-road if it was up to me. But, this bike is actually provided to me by bikelife.co.il. Thanks again for them to sponsoring this episode. And go and check them out if you're interested in doing... I just dropped my glove. If you're interested in doing a trip out here in Israel, they will hook you up. Doobie Nevo is a great guy over there, and he hooked me up with this V-Strom for today. He's the same guy that hooked me up with the Tenere for the other ride. But today, I'm a bit of on a solo adventure today, checking out the sights over here. It's a beautiful, beautiful scene here. I'm at the base of this mountain. We're going to go up this beautiful road over here and talk a little about the V-Strom, talk a little bit about what we're seeing. And let's just go have some fun. Let's do it. Key in the ignition. Now, I don't want to make any claims just yet, but I'm having a lot more fun with this V-Strom than I have with the Tenere. I'm just going to say that to start. The V-Strom is a lot more sporty than the Tenere. The Tenere is much more of a do-everything ADV bike. The V-Strom is a little more sporty for my taste. So let's get going. So, you might be asking, Yammie, what are you doing here in Israel, especially in Mount Carmel? So I actually came out here to Israel. It was really, really well timed because my girlfriend and I were thinking of taking a trip out to Israel, and it just so happens that one of the channel sponsors, Cardo, is headquartered out in Israel, and we'd always talked about coming and checking out some of the cool stuff they have here. We started our partnership late in 2018, and we always has ideas of coming out to Israel to make some cool content, and it just kind of lined up and it worked out. And huge props to Segi over at Cardo for making the time for me while I was out here. And, it's just been a blast. It's been so fun checking everything out. This road is so good so far. I'm really enjoying it. But again, we're going to take it nice and easy because, we don't know this road. And, I'm not super familiar with this bike. So we're not going to do any street Rossi stuff today, guys. We're going to take it nice and slow. But it doesn't mean we can't have some fun, though, because look how gorgeous this road is. This kind of reminds me, a lot of Israel reminds me of Utah and the southwest of the United States. Like, I drove on roads like this in Palo Duro Canyon in Texas. There's a couple roads like this in, nice and steep. There's a couple roads like this in Utah as well. You gotta watch for these fallen rocks over here. But this is a great road, and oh man, what a sight. Sticking to our outside here, make sure that there's no incoming cars. Y'all know I'm not very good with that, but we'll make it work here. It's kind of funny. Every time I see a falling rock sign, I'm just like, well, what are you really going to do if a rock falls on you, You're not going to be able to do much of anything. Just going to take it nice and easy here. Yeah, this V-Strom handles so much better than the Tenere. It just has a little bit more of a sporting intention to it, The Tenere, it's an amazing bike off-road, I assume, given its super soft and squishy suspension. But for a bike on roads like this, it's not really the best thing. The V-Strom has taken this really, really well. I can already tell some of the comments are going to be like, you're going so slow, but this is literally my very first time riding this road. I'm not trying to set any lap records, I'm just super happy to be out here on this road and having a good time. Look how great this is, guys. This is so nice. Now, one interesting thing about the V-Strom is, despite it being a 650, pothole, it just does not pull very hard at the top end at all. It really peters out after about 6,000 RPM. It's kind of funny. Haifa's that way. Bet Oren is that way. Bet Oren is apparently a kibbutz that's here in Israel. A kibbutz is like a... I don't really know. Let's go this way, I guess. A kibbutz is like a small little village, from what I've been told. Oof, dodge that pothole. You know what's funny is I've always kind of bad-mouthed the V-Strom because it's kind of ugly and it's not really a bike that's very good at any one particular thing. But, you know, motorcycles, I've said it before, they're a lot like dogs. You know, they're all good boys in their own ways. And as long as it's got a motor and two wheels, I'm going to have to find some way to have fun with it. So, that's for sure. Yeah, so we're just kind of exploring this here today, guys. I don't really have much of a plan. I definitely wanted to check out, there's apparently an old city near Haifa that's like very ancient or something like that, and I really wanted to see what that was all about. Yeah, V-Strom, yeah, it's really interesting. Like after 6,000 RPM, no one's really home. Like you literally can go wide open throttle in second gear. I'll show you. We're at 6,000. If I go wide open, not a whole lot happens. But it's surprisingly flickable for how big of a bike it is, and that makes it pretty fun. It does have a sport touring nature to it. It does live up to that sport aspect, so that is pretty cool. I think there's like different resorts and different little hotels up here, if I'm not mistaken. I saw that on Google Maps. Alright guys, we made it down Mount Carmel. We are now actually in downtown Haifa. We're going to be riding up to Acre. Acre is what it's written as, but I know that's not how it's pronounced. Really cool site. Should be like, I think, 1,000-year-old historic city. So we're going to check that out. I think I'm supposed to turn left back there. What are you doing, dude? This has been my experience here in Israel where I'm like, oh, I just need to go straight here and then make a left, and then I miss the left, and then I have no idea what's going on. Oh my gosh, I have no idea where I'm going. Okay. Where am I going? I'm going back the same way I came, but through another route. Yeah, I don't know if this V-Strom is like limited or something, but look at this. Just doesn't feel as torquey as it should. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a heavy bike and it's only a 650, but boy, this bike just, you know, you go wide open and nothing happens. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it is restricted. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Like, it feels like a 300. Finally out on the open road, which is nice. Haifa is beautiful, man. I really like this city. It sits right at the ocean. It's got these beautiful big hills right near it. Gorgeous city. And now it smells like ass. The stench of life, as my father would say. Anytime something stinky or something that smelled like trash or human shit would come through our way, my dad would always be like, smell that, son? That's the stench of life. Breathe it in. Don't breathe it in too hard, though. One of my favorite things about here in Israel as well is the time of year I'm visiting, obviously, is in spring, and so everything is in bloom. It's so pretty. All the hills are peppered with these little purple and yellow flowers. Beautiful. Making our way to Acre. Who knows how it's pronounced? I believe it's Acre. Hebrew's a tough language, guys. Shalom. Toda. Lo. Something Purim, because it's Purim here. In case you guys don't know, Purim is like a Jewish Halloween. Everyone dresses up, but in typical Jewish fashion, they do it for a week or longer. It's really fun. So you see several days in a row, people just out having a good time, partying, dressing up. It's really fun to see. The V-Strom is an interesting bike. It's like the cheapest and simplest sort of like borderline ADV bike that you can buy. Because it's interesting. I don't know if I'd qualify it as like an off-road bike. I bet it could do it, you know, but I don't think I'd really like you for doing it. But I think as like a commuter bike, boy, this makes a lot of sense. This is just a rock-solid, comfortable machine. I'm very comfortable on this bike, man. I could do mile after mile after mile on this bike, for sure. And here's the best part of Israel. Splitting lanes, baby. So good, so good, so good. So you're only allowed to do it up to about 40 or 50 kph, then you just got to get into traffic, which I'm totally cool with because that allows you to skip a lot of traffic as it is. Alright guys, what is going on? We are here north of Acre, whatever you want to call it. You guys can see it here on the map. We were over here in Acre. Now we are up over here. We're going to have some fun on these roads right here. We are about to enter a pretty technical kind of switchbacky type of thing. We got about 35 minutes to our destination, which is Mount something. I can't remember the name of it. What a terrible tour guide I am. Figured that we'd skip some of the more touristy stuff, but the reason you guys are watching this video is to check out bikes. So let's chat more about the V-Strom. And I don't know, I've had a bit of an epiphany about ADV bikes, honestly. So let's do it. So we're gonna take it super nice and easy on this road. Extremely tight. I've never been on it before, so let's just take it nice and easy. The thing I wanted to talk about though was like, I don't know, ADV bikes. I never really thought about them, but boy, they make a lot of sense. Like, I've been on this V-Strom, and I know it's not a true ADV bike, but it's giving me an idea of what an ADV bike would be. And but it's given me an idea of like what an ADV bike could be in my life, and I'm kind of obsessed, honestly. I'm really stoked on this idea. Like, I've got my phone charging while I'm riding. I can see my navigation. I've got this super upright seating position, which is super comfortable while I ride. I've got my cardo going. I've got my music playing. I've got my little top box in the back. Like, it makes a lot of sense, you know? So I don't know. Now I'm thinking maybe one day I'll have a little ADV bike in the garage. That would be a lot of fun. But the one issue I think, wow, that is a pretty sight, isn't it? Oh, keep an eye on the road there. Yam. Ooh. Again, guys, we're going really nice and easy on this one because, I don't know, I'm not familiar with this bike, not familiar with the road. I have nothing to gain by trying to show off on YouTube, right? These canyons are beautiful, though. This is a great road, wow. But yeah, my only gripe with the V-Strom so far is, like, you know, while it does have much more of a sporting intention than the Tenere did, it's still not quite a sports bike, is it? I don't really have much confidence in the leans that I can get with it or anything like that. It's on dual sport-esque tires, which also don't make me feel super confident. Man, my navigation is telling me to go one way, telling me to go another way. I wish it would kind of make up its mind. I told it explicitly that I wanted to go this way, so it's a little frustrating. It's just buzzing in my ear. But yeah, let's stop up here and get a peek at this lookout. Wow, look at this canyon, man. This reminds me so much of Zion National Park in the States, in Utah, which is one of my favorite places in the world. And this is amazing out here. All right, guys, what is going on? We are wrapping up the riding day here in Israel, in the north of Israel, actually. So we started our day off in Netanyahu, not Netanyahu, that's the leader of Israel. I'm kind of sleepy, so sorry for that joke. Netanyahu, I believe, is where we started. And then we rode up north to Haifa, checked out Haifa, some of the hills there, some of the great riding roads they had. Went and saw the historic city of Acre, still don't know how to pronounce it. Seen it written down as Acre a couple times, which was interesting. And then we made it up here to Mount Hadir, checking this out here. Beautiful sight over here behind me, look at that. Gorgeous. Checking this out. Super cool here, guys. So many great roads. Thanks again to bikelife.co.il. You can check them out in the link in the description below for providing me with today's V-Strom. I'm happy to have had it. Super fun bike to ride. Wish I had a little bit more poke and torque, but I think every biker thinks about that whenever they are on a motorcycle, unless you're on a big bad leader bike or something. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks so much for Ricardo for helping to put this together as well. And I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.